Triads. The power of 3. 3. You might want to get a pad and paper for this one. Hey everybody, Chris G here from positivelyprogressing.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this video comes to us today by request from my man Ivan. Ivan's been a really cool supporter of mine on Instagram and here on the channel. So thank you, Ivan. This lesson's gonna have to do with triads and inversions. So let's get right into it. So chords, progressions, jazz, and all music is basically a combination of a bunch of major and minor thirds. That's how we get chords. We stack a bunch of major and minor thirds over each other, and voila, we have triads, we have seventh chords, we have music. And triads show up all over the place in melodies, and in improvisation. So knowing your triads and knowing them in all inversions is going to be crucial to your improvisation. Let's quickly review what kind of triads we have. We have major triad, we have minor triad, we have diminished triad, and we have an augmented triad. One of my favorites. Let's go over inversions first before we jump into the examples. What is an inversion? What is root position? Well, root position is when you have the 1 of the chord. Let's take E flat concert for all these examples just to keep things simple. So we have E flat concert. So the 1 of E flat concert is E flat, right? And the 3 is G. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. And the 5th is B flat. So you get this. Okay, that's a major triad, E flat major triad. Now, if we want, that's root position, E flat, G, B flat. If we go to first inversion, we're gonna start on the 3rd. What's the 3rd of E flat? It's G. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. So we go G, B flat, E flat. So the notes aren't changing, they're just changing order. Second inversion, you're already ahead of me, you guessed it. Second inversion is going to start on the 5th. So that's B flat of E flat. B flat, E flat, G. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Boom. There's root position, first inversion, second inversion. So now you know 1 3 5, then it goes 3 5 1, and then 5 1 3. Now when you're improvising, you don't have to keep it in that order. That's just an easy way to explain what root position, first inversion, second inversion is, so we can get through the theory stuff and jump into the fun stuff. Okay, let's start with the exercise. An exercise you can do for technique and to get these triads into your ears and all the inversions is to play the triads and stack them diatonically in a scale. So you're playing diatonic triads in a scale, ascending from second inversion. Check this out. And you'll notice that these have different qualities, right? The first one's major, the second one's a minor triad, the third one's a minor triad, the fourth one's a major triad, the fifth one's a major triad, the sixth one is a minor triad, the seventh one, little weird, that one's diminished. Then you're back again to the root. Be sure to use harmonic minor, melodic minor, because then you'll get the augmented triad in there. You're going to hear how different triads sound next to each other, not just how major sounds next to minor and minor sounds next to diminished. It's also going to allow you to hear the different triads you can use over the different chords that may come at you in a tune that you're learning or that you're going to learn in the future. So you're going to be a lot more familiar with what that chord is, what sounds cool over that chord, and then you'll have a ton of ideas once that comes up. Great. Try playing that all the way through. Eighth notes, triplets, however you want to practice it. Then try it descending from root position. Then try it ascending from first inversion. and descending from first inversion, then ascending from second inversion, descending second inversion, then mix and match, go one ascending, the next one descending, go up and down. You can mix and match these all over the place, have fun with it, get creative. Don't feel like this is practice, this should be fun and you're getting stuff into your ears. I know sometimes this stuff can be a pain in the neck to do, but hey, sometimes you got to put this nitty-gritty work in on practice to get better on the improv side of things. We're going to make this musical in a second. Try to get these down in all keys. Take your time. You don't have to knock them all out in one day. It'll take you forever and you'll probably be super bored by the time you're done. So let's go ahead and try this in a tune. You can pick a blues or a tune that you're super familiar with. So I'm going to use the first 8 bars of All the Things You Are to demonstrate this on how to start practicing it and putting it into your improvisation. I'm just using triads. I'm going to use some guide tones, neighbor tones, last video, neighbor tones in there just to kind of add a little bit of texture. And then at the end, I play something that's just something of my own. Check it out. So you can see there that I added something in at the end. Now that's just going to show you, maybe you play 2 or 3 bars of triads only, and then the 4th bar, you play whatever you want. You play what you're hearing or you resolve the line. And then you do that again for the next 4 bars. Maybe you do 2 bars of triads, 2 bars of resolving the line of your own. Sometimes when you put stuff into your playing, it doesn't feel natural. So this is one way to allow you to put triads into your playing and make it feel a little bit more natural if you mix it into your own language that you already have. So the suggested practice method for improvisation and using triads. Stick to one position, root position, first inversion or second inversion, and play it through the tune. Play a couple choruses. This isn't only just gonna get the triads into your ears and hearing them, but it's also gonna really help you with the harmony of the song you're playing. You're gonna really hear the harmony. I actually suggest don't even play this with a backing track. Don't even play this with a backing track. Play it with a metronome or a drum beat and just, you're gonna hear the song just playing the triads and getting this harmony in your ears. Once you stay with that for a couple choruses, change the position. Maybe go to second inversion if you were in first inversion and stick with that for a couple choruses. Then you can start mix and matching your own language in with the triads. Once you feel like you have the triads down and you have the harmony down of the song, then that's when the fun begins. Then go transcribe one of your favorite players, add some of their language in, add your own language in, add some triads in, boom, you got a great recipe for success right there. So that's enough from me. You guys go have fun, happy shedding, and just remember, always positive, always progressing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, take care.